Definitely not the starters. You're on the End of the Bench podcast from 100.7 The Score.
I'm Mike Hebert, owner of Cantex Roofing and Construction. Every day is game day, and we'll get it right when it comes to your roofing, construction, windows, and mirrors. Call Cantex Roofing and Construction today. Together, we are one serving you.
And it is the End of the Bench. 100.7 The Score. I'm Rob Breaux alongside Craig Wells, Lucas White today for all 3 hours, which in turn means Clint Scott will be back today for Tech Talk. We're all excited.
It'd be your first time here for 3 hours since a week ago Tuesday.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you're stuck, buddy.
But really 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. You are stuck.
Let's see. We are the First United Bank Studio. You can call in on the Visual Edge IT hotline 806-771-0973. You can also hit us up on the Yates Flooring Center chat line. We've got tickets to Paradise, a.k.a. the 64th annual Tech Night Kickoff, August 23rd. Gates open at 5, featuring head coach Joey McGuire. So pay attention. We'll give you a time to call for those eventually on the show today. Probably in the second hour. We'll give away a couple of those. I've been to a couple of these in my lifetime. I went to Joey's first one. It's a fun time.
Yeah, it is.
It's a fun time. But we didn't go. It wasn't at this location I went.
It's not out on 1585?
It is. Well, it's, yeah, 130th. Yeah. But it wasn't when we went.
Really?
Maybe it was because it was Joey's first.
Either that or
and there was
under
construction.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be outside, but I don't remember where. And then it rained, and so they moved us all inside. Maybe it was out there.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Yeah. There's the Knights of Columbus meeting room or building or whatever.
Yeah.
And they put a lot of people on there.
Yes,
put
they
a
do.
lot of people.
It's fun though.
It is, because you get to see a lot of people.
Yeah.
And what the neatest thing is, they've given scholarships now for a long, long time, and it's they usually try to do it in some former player's name. It's pretty cool. They do a good job.
I think that was the year that the year we went that it was. I want to say it was the year that Patrick Mahomes was going into the Ring of Honor, and it was like a secret. I don't think they were announcing it there.
Yeah.
And so the news was trickling out before, and everyone was getting all excited about what was going on. I think we sat at a table with Don Williams, and he was like, "I know the news, but I'm not telling you," or something like that.
Don's pretty good about keeping secrets.
He is, man. He is.
He is a pretty good secret keeper.
You cannot get to Don Williams. We got a lot of stuff to talk about today. We've got some quarterback rankings in the NFL, some tiers. We also have, speaking of tiers, the Texas Rangers to talk about, who have blown more saves than anyone else in Major League Baseball except for the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. It was their 23rd blown save yesterday. And they have one of the best bullpen ERAs, except they've blown more saves than nearly anyone else.
And how many have been in the ninth inning? I mean, just 2 outs. If it's frustrating for us, imagine Bruce Bochy. I can't imagine how frustrating it is for him, because he thinks he's got a good bullpen, and all indications are he has a pretty good bullpen, and then all of a sudden...
Yeah, except at crunch time.
Yeah.
It was Phil Maton yesterday who gave up the bomb in the ninth inning. You even got an insurance run from Josh Young. Then you give up the bomb in the ninth inning. And you have 2 outs. You're up by 1. It's 4-3. You hit the 9th hole hitter. And then you walk Perdomo. And then Ketel Marte just hits a bomb. And then it goes to the dugout. And just dead. Lifeless. Hardly any reaction. They're not moving. Dead 1,000-yard stares. And then it's Bruce Bochy with his hat off, rubbing his head. And he puts his hat back on, all frustrated. It does not look like to me that team has enough life to punch back. And I don't know that they'll get swept in Toronto, but I do not see the Texas Rangers winning that series or being uber competitive. Now, they've played in a bunch of close games. I think they'll continue to play in close games. But I just don't see them having an edge right now in the clubhouse.
You know, one of the things you don't want to do after you have a walk-off like that is go on the road the next day or the next
They're
series.
Just stewing about it on the plane.
Yeah. And ifs. Keep going through your mind.
We talked about it Tuesday. I don't know if it was on this show or the other show, Tech Talk, but you know, you look at that win on Wednesday, the walk-off win, and after that win, I heard a bunch of people say, that's the win that does it. That's the kind of win that'll spark a team. And I just thought out loud, right? We've had those wins.
Yeah.
We've had walk-offs that are supposed to spark the team. We've had comebacks. We've had exciting finishes. And nothing has sparked the team for more than maybe a week and a half. I'm not saying Pilar was right. That's not what I'm going for. I don't think this locker room has issues. I don't think they want to win. I just don't think you have the right horses. You don't have a closer on this team. You got a bunch of good bullpen pieces.
Yep, I agree.
And all year you've had a bunch of great seventh inning guys.
Yes. and that's.
But you don't have any juice at the back end of the bullpen.
Yeah. You know,
you don't have that fiery guy that's going to come out and throw gas or has just the greatest wipeout cutter. You don't have that guy. You don't have a killer in the bullpen. You got a bunch of puppy dogs that, hey, they do the trick. We need a little bit of a lift.
You know, after you hit a guy and walk a guy, you need to bring in a guy and get you one out, automatic.
Well, and you did that in the eighth.
Yeah.
You did that in the eighth after giving up a run. Yeah. And he's trying to come out with the 4-out save for Maton, but after you hit, you're right. After you hit a guy and then walk a guy in 4 pitches, maybe he doesn't have it.
Yeah.
Maybe you bring in the next guy. But I don't know who was available after you threw 6 guys the day before, 5 out of the bullpen.
You know, you talk about walk-off wins and not following with him. You know, Josh Young's walk-off win, and then the next 10 games you should win 7 of them. Yeah. And that's not the case.
Yeah. All right, stay tuned. We'll give a couple of Knights of Columbus tickets away for the kickoff in the second hour. We'll also do some headlines after this. Check the calendar at the end of the hour. Stay tuned. 100.7 The Score. It's the end of the bench.
Playing time is not required. This is the End of the Bench podcast from 100.7 The Score.
Welcome back. Dallas Cowboys offensive coordinator Lincoln Riley. How about that?
There you go.
All right, I've got some breaking news for you, Craig. This is from Ross Dellinger.
All right.
Big 12 ADs voted this week 15-1 to solidify an existing game management policy related to throwing items onto the field and playing surface, sources tell Yahoo Sports. A team will receive warnings for the first 2 violations in a game before 15-yard penalties could begin. Dellinger continues, the move most impacts Texas Tech, whose fans hold a tradition of tossing tortillas onto the field, most notably during the opening kickoff. The policy ratified allows tortillas to be thrown at the opening kickoff, but will result in a warning. A third incident may result in a penalty. So for a stretch, it seemed like the tortillas were only at the opening kickoff.
Right.
Now, last year against Colorado, it was every kickoff. But that seemed rare. That's not generally. But I do feel like there are more tortillas last year than years past. I think you get back to the opening kickoff and it's not a big deal. But you tell Texas Tech fans to not do something, they're going to do it generally.
Yeah.
So I'm interested to see. It's also 15-1. Was Hokut the one?
You would think.
I don't know, because they've been pretty anti throwing stuff on the field that's not tortillas.
Yeah. Yeah, I totally agree. Anything, I can't imagine what else you could throw on there that would be okay. But to me, tortillas can be still a part of the student body. Just turn around and throw them up. Just throw them to the other sides. You don't have to throw them towards the field. Just throw. I mean, it's pretty neat to see them all just flying in the air all of a sudden.
Yeah.
You know, but my question is, say they throw them at the field and they don't go on the field, but they're in that little area. What happens then? Is that on the field?
This says playing surface.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know.
But there would be, if you throw them forward, there's going to be some on the playing surface.
Yeah. And let me just, 2 warnings is plenty.
Right. So you get the opening kickoff. That's free.
Yeah.
And the next one's a warning.
Yeah.
Then the third one is when penalties
Yeah.
could begin.
Yeah. I mean,
They should say will begin.
yeah.
There needs to be a hard and fast rule. It shouldn't be, based on the atmosphere of the stadium. No.
4's okay, but not 5.
Right. Now, I think there's probably some, hey, we'll give it to you, Texas Tech. We'll allow 2 warnings. So
Yeah.
the first one's not really a warning.
Yeah.
But the third kickoff, if you throw tortillas. But I believe, right, that they're kind of unifying the student body and putting together some kind of, isn't Raider Riot going to be on the football?
Is that right?
I thought I saw that.
Yep.
I think they're getting a collective bargaining agreement there for the students to unify a little bit.
And I think if it did get to the point where we got a penalty, all it would take, I should say all, I think one message from Joey during the game, and I think it pretty much comes to a halt.
This has to
I hate that we might have to get a penalty for it to stop.
I mean, we've just got to be smart.
Yes.
As a fan base, and accept we're just throwing tortillas at the opening kickoff.
Yeah.
Like, that should be the tradition.
Yeah.
The opening kickoff, if anything, you get a big kickoff late in the game, no tortillas.
Is this like the no noisemakers? Except for you, Oklahoma State, you can hit your paddles.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, because the first Big 12 game that this affects in the fourth quarter with tortillas, the tortillas are getting banned.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll start looking for them real hard when they come in the stadium.
And you don't want to get to that.
No.
I don't think anybody wants that to happen.
No.
But if they're going to start doling out 15-yard penalties, and
Be smart.
you know, the wording of this is so soft, but you know this is coming down, right? And you've had bottles and beers against Oklahoma State. You've had bottles and beers allegedly against Colorado. You know this is the Texas Tech rule and the tortillas.
Yep.
You know it is.
Yes.
And so all these officials know at Texas Tech the tortillas are the warning. If anything else comes down, it's a penalty.
And I agree. I think it's a good rule, and I think we'll adhere to it. I think we might accidentally.
Will we?
I do. I think we'll adhere to it. I think we'll adhere to it. I think we'll. About the second warning we get, it'll stop. Because I think one warning, they're just going to say, eh.
You're going to see re-education of tortilla policy.
Right.
hopefully from the university, and that needs to go viral. I mean, we got to get that to everybody in Lubbock.
Yeah.
But here's the deal. Here's the deal, gentlemen. Opposing fans
can
now bring tortillas and throw, and the home team gets a penalty. That's why this stuff gets so interesting. There were thoughts at the Oklahoma State game that it was Oklahoma State fans throwing things, because you come on the loudspeakers and say, if anything gets thrown, it's going to be a penalty against Texas Tech. Well, who's to stop?
Yeah.
Who's to stop the North Texas fan from now getting his empty water bottle or full water bottle and chucking at his own team?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
What I was going to say is it's going to be hard to kind of disassociate the student body with the locals.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, well, you need to be putting flyers up on campus as well.
Yeah, exactly.
And not to be a contrarian or an anti-establishment or anything, but just curiosity. I can understand water bottles, I can understand batteries, everything that's been thrown, but
allegedly.
what do tortillas represent that's so harmful to the game? I mean, the time to clean them up, is that what a tortilla could hit somebody on the helmet. It's really not going to make much difference.
No.
But
which is why I think
it's just
you
the
get a
idea
couple of warnings
stuff.
here.
Yeah.
And maybe the psychology of
throwing things during a contest
just opens it up to we throw tortillas, we can throw anything else.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've never heard a confirmed report of a battery with video evidence.
No,
we've seen bottles on the field. We've seen other things on the field. So I'm not gonna push back that doesn't happen. But again, who's to say it's a Texas Tech fan throwing it, and if the Texas Tech people are getting penalties for it?
Right.
And maybe that's why there's the wording of a third incident may result in a penalty. If you can pinpoint or find that it came from somebody else, but then that's up to the discretion of the officials, and I don't know. It just seems murky. Yeah. Obviously, there should be penalties at some level for throwing things on the field, but is that a monetary fine for the stadium, the school, or is it a 15-yard penalty? I don't know. I don't know the best way to take care of that.
I just have a lot of confidence in our athletic department and the creativity that they've got, that they're going to get the message out, don't do it. I think our student body might push the envelope the first crucial conference game or something, but I just got a good feeling that they're going to react positively towards this.
To me...
But you always have that one...
Maybe I'm just anti-authority, Craig.
Yeah.
But if I hear over and over, don't throw things on the field, and I'm a drunk 21-year-old...
Yes.
I don't know. I'm thinking about throwing stuff. No, I wouldn't.
Yes.
I'm not a.
But I
I'm not a
understand
field
what you're
thrower,
saying.
but I understand.
There are those people out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we'll check the calendar after this. 100.7 the score. It's the end of the bench. We're also going to throw stuff at Lucas.
Definitely not the starters. You're on the End of the Bench podcast from 100.7 the score.
Welcome back. 100.7 the score. It's the end of the bench. I was going to talk about the injury report thing that Joyce mentioned in SportsCenter, but what do you think about that?
It's a big switch because a lot of coaches do not want to do that. I mean, I'm surprised that they did that past the coaches, because I got to believe the majority of them don't want to do that. And I don't know. I'm sure there's some rules to it. When do you do it? Do you do it on the Wednesday before a game? And what's an injury?
And what's 3 days before the game?
Yeah.
Is that Thursday?
Yeah.
Does Saturday count as the day?
I don't know.
Or is it 3 days before game day?
Yeah.
Which would be Wednesday.
Yeah.
And if your game's at 7, do you get a release at 7, or do you have to release it in the morning?
And what is an injury? Is it
Right.
You know, I mean.
Yeah, if your ankle is sore.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's like the NFL has limited practice, did not practice kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So I wonder if you're limited in practice, you have to be on the list.
Yeah. I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see how it works out. But I'm really surprised they did it.
Texas Tech did this last year at the press conferences. Just right up the top. This, day to day, week to week.
On Mondays?
Uh-huh. Yeah, Joey did it at his press conference.
Yep. You know.
And then they didn't really take questions about it.
Yep. Coach Leach was one of those. He was infamous for not saying anything. I mean, he just didn't. He didn't want anybody to know anything.
Cliff was vague about it as well.
Yeah.
All right, let's check the calendar here, Lucas.
Your daily look at what's happening in the world of sports, birthdays, and holidays. Let's check the calendar.
August 14th, 2025. It's National Financial Awareness Day. I'm very aware of my financial shortcomings.
What's the opposite of awareness?
Blindness?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're just going to be financially blind?
Yeah.
It's National Creamsicle Day.
Ooh.
National Tattoo Removal Day.
Ooh, I've heard that's painful.
Yeah. It is the World Lizard Day, so check that out, I would assume, during Kaylee's Dailies. We'll probably talk about lizards. And it is the Vigil of Assumption Day. Which is before the Feast of Assumption, which falls on August 15th. The thought that the Virgin Mary was assumed into heaven rather than dying a physical death. Lucas, any birthdays?
We have a couple birthdays. Magic Johnson turning 66 years old.
Oh.
And then we have Tim Tebow turning 38.
Thank you, Tim Tebow, for bringing fatherhood back. Did y'all see that?
I did see that.
I did.
The first forward-facing father of all time, Tim Tebow.
Going back to Magic Johnson, how many people thought when he made his announcement that he was going to be gone in 2 weeks? You know, good for Magic.
I saw his family photo that they took about a week or two ago. Yeah, if you know, you know. And then we have Caleb Johnson for the Steelers running back. They just drafted, so he turns 22 years old. Mark Loretta turning 54. Mila Kunis turning 42. Halle Berry turning 59. Steve Martin turning 80.
Golly.
That one caught me a little off guard. But Steve Martin turning 80, and then Zach Kitley turning 34.
Youngest head coach in Division I college football. Is that correct? FBS. 34, is that what you said? 34 years old. Good for Zach. Hope he has a great year. In 1959, the first AFL, American Football League meeting ever, and Dallas, New York, Houston, Denver, LA, and were the original AFL teams. Give me the and.
Say it one more time.
Denver, Houston, New York, Dallas, LA, and
Pittsburgh?
no.
St. Louis?
No. You're close, though. You're getting in that area. It's a little north of there.
You have a guess? North of St. Louis?
Chicago.
I think it's west of there. Minneapolis, St. Paul.
Okay.
Minneapolis, St. Paul. In 1993, number 44 is retired. And number 44 retiring is?
In 1993?
Yep.
Number 44? Like the jersey was retired?
Yeah, the jersey.
What sport?
This would give it away. Major League Baseball.
I have no idea. 34 was Nolan Ryan.
Number 44, Reggie Jackson.
Oh, Reggie Jackson. Mr.
In 2016, Justin Rose won the first gold medal in golf as an Olympic sport. Matt Kuchar became the first American to ever win a medal. He finished third. And that is this day in sports history. Justin Rose is the last winner of a PGA event. So it's going to be interesting. One of my favorite golf times is coming up, the Ryder Cup.
Yes. It's exciting.
Yep, it is exciting.
Do we have captains and teams?
We don't have all the teams yet. We have some automatic qualifiers, and I don't know who the captain of the European team is, but I do know that Keegan Bradley is the captain of the American team, and he has the decision to make whether to pick himself as a player or not. He has been one of the best players on the tour this year, and had he not been captain, would have certainly qualified. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. But we have had some automatic qualifiers by where they finished in the world rankings and so forth. And I think so we've got some captain choices to be made.
You got Keegan Bradley and Luke Donald for Europe.
Luke Donald, okay. That's the second time. I think he was...
Bradley's the youngest U.S. captain since Arnold Palmer in 1963.
One name you may not see that's been a familiar name in the last 3 or 4 Ryder Cups is Jordan Spieth. May not make it.
I wonder if Ludwig's going to play. He's been in the last couple.
Yes. I think yes.
You've got Scotty Scheffler, J.J. Spawn, and Xander Schauffele have already carried enough points into the event to qualify for the team. The top 6 golfers in points after this week's BMW Championship at Caves Valley Golf will make the team. Russell Henley, LIV Golf League captain Bryson DeChambeau, and Harris English are currently in the top 6. Bradley previously said DeChambeau will be on the team. Justin Thomas, Colin Morikawa, Ben Griffin, Maverick McNeely, and Andrew Novak currently round out the top 12. It feels like there's some quotes in here that say that people want Bradley to play, be a playing captain.
Yeah. Ricky Fowler just made that statement last weekend at the end of the tournament, said that he felt like Keegan should pick himself. He said he thought it'd be hard, but he thought he could do it.
We also had John Daly Jr. playing in the round of the U.S. Amateur tournament.
Of which Tim Windemeyer from Texas Tech was 5 down through 7 holes. Didn't have a good opening to the round, but finished winning 2-1 to go to the round of 32.
Solid. All right, hour number 2 coming up. We'll continue to toss our tortillas. Penalties abound. More after this.
Playing time is not required. This is the End of the Bench podcast from 100.7 The Score.
Welcome back. 100.7 The Score. It is the End of the Bench. Talking some Texas Rangers today. Talking Texas Tech football. Talking tortillas. Talking bottles. I think final thought on that, and I've written about it now on DoubleTSportsNetwork.com. During the breaks there, I was trying to pump one out. It feels to me this is a bottle rule and not a tortilla rule.
I would agree with that.
Because I think they'll give you 2 or 3 kickoffs. And the language in Dellinger's tweet is, and then the officials can decide if they want to throw a penalty, basically. Yeah. Which means, to me, if they want to, they can. They don't have to. If if it's malicious throwing or delicious throwing. I think they can decide.
And I would assume that there would be some local rules saying that if you're caught, you're out.
Yeah.
You would think that would also be there.
All right. The 64th annual Texas Tech Night kickoff, August 23rd. Gates open at 5 o'clock, featuring Texas Tech head football coach Joey McGuire. 2 tickets. 2 tickets to the first 2 callers, 806-771-0973. Sorry, for the first, we're going to give 2 tickets to the first caller.
Okay.
Just one. You get 2 tickets if you call.
Hurry up.
806-771-0973. 1 caller, 2 tickets. All right.
And then we'll tell you when we have given the tickets away so you can stop calling.
We'll get them quick there.
He's
already answering.
Yeah, let me answer. Can you guys give us the states that made it to the Little League World Series, please? Yes, I can. Real quickly, the Great Lakes is Clarendon, Illinois. The Metro is Fairfield, Connecticut. Mid-Atlantic is Upper Ushlon, Pennsylvania. Midwest is Sioux Falls, South Dakota. The Mountain Area, Las Vegas, Nevada. New England, Braintree, Mass. Southeast, Irmo, South Carolina. And the West, Honolulu, Hawaii. And the Southwest, Richmond, Texas, who I think has been there before. Not their first time, I don't think. But that's the regions and the teams from that region that are going to be in the Little League World Series starting today.
You check into that?
I do. I do.
Pretty
I sure do. I enjoy the side stories. Dad and son. Or pitcher is the son of so-and-so major leaguer or football player or something. I enjoy the side stories, and the games are pretty interesting. And you always have one game where you feel sorry for some little guy that the ball went right between his legs or something,
Or he, came in and walked 2 straight guys.
Yeah, or hit somebody.
It's year to year. If there's a story that draws me in, if there's like a Monet Davis or if the Lubbock team makes it, I'll tune into a game or two. But I generally am not too in tune. All right, Lucas is on the phone, but let's just get into some burning questions. We don't need the music.
Okay, you ready?
Yep.
All right, we're going to pick one. All right, Lucas, you ready? We got a winner.
Oh, we'll give away more tickets.
All right, you're going to pick one.
All right.
1 round in the college football playoff or a Heisman Trophy winner?
For Texas Tech.
For Texas Tech. 1 round, that's it, in the college football playoff or a Heisman Trophy winner.
Do we get a host? I would take the team success over the individual success.
Okay.
Though it would be awesome to get your first, and it would be awesome that's probably like a Behren Morton, right? So that'd be awesome to have because you would have plenty of, I was throwing catch with Cody Hodges or whoever it was when I was a kid, and here I am in my little Texas Tech jersey, and now here I am in my big Texas. So that'd be a fun story.
Yep.
But I would take a playoff victory.
Which one has the most lasting effect for your program?
I think for the program, it's the winning.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Big 12 Network or Texas or OU back? Which would you rather? Pick one. You get Texas or OU back or a Big 12 Network.
We already have the Big 12 Studio, which is a TV channel that you can find on DirecTV, Roku, or Prime Studios. So we already have that.
Yep.
Technically. But to have a more forward-facing studio show like the SEC Network and get more live coverage on there, I would rather have that than one of those 2 teams back. Though, of the 3, it would probably be most beneficial for the conference to have Texas back.
Right. And you get your rivalry back that you had with them.
And I think it'd be a lot closer now moving forward.
Yep. All right. Pick one team to kick out of the Big 12. pick a team to put in the Big 12.
Geographically, if you want to keep Florida, I would boot UCF and bring Miami in. If I could boot 2 or 3, I would boot, anyone beyond, Houston?
Yep.
I'd be kicking out West Virginia, Cincinnati, and.
Yeah.
But it just feels like the best teams to add would also be over there. So I think I would just flip UCF for Miami, or like a Cincinnati for, I don't know, Pitt, Virginia Tech, one of those schools that has an existing rivalry with West Virginia, just to get that into the fold. But otherwise, I don't know. Would you dream big and go like a Cincinnati for a Penn State?
Yeah.
And get them in there with West Virginia? Because it's also like I crave regionality, but it just doesn't make a lot of sense. Like, because you could also kick out UCF and go Nebraska.
That's who I would add Nebraska, but I'd kick out Cincinnati. I just think Cincinnati brings nothing to the table in any sport.
Yeah. Well, and Utah hasn't yet.
Yeah.
But I think they can.
Yeah, and I think they will. I think they will eventually. All right. Home game with Arizona State or an away game with K-State? You got to have one. Which one you going to take? If you play Arizona State at home, you're playing K-State on the road.
Yeah.
If you play K-State on the road, you're playing Arizona State at home.
I would rather play Kansas State at home.
Okay. That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can see that.
Because you've not been good in Manhattan.
Right.
But you've also not really been very good in Lubbock.
Yeah.
But you've had a couple of wins in Lubbock, at least, in the last decade and a half.
And I think that we match up pretty good with Arizona State.
Yeah.
A new baseball facility or $5 million gift for players in baseball?
Ooh.
A brand new baseball facility. Stadium, the whole works.
I would go stadium. I think long term it would make more sense and be better in recruiting, unless it was like a David Booth thing, and we're saying here's a $50 million, $5 million for the next 10 years.
Yeah.
Or even if it was like $2 million a year for the next 10 years, you could also build with that. But I think long term the baseball facility would be more important.
The new double T or the old double T?
I like where you're at right now, marrying the new double T with the old style.
Okay.
So I would just leave. I have long since been a level to bevel kind of guy, but this new uniform I think is the perfect marriage of the old and the new.
On the helmet, which one would you like to have?
I like the helmets right now.
Yeah. Okay.
Though I do like a throwback every once in a while of the flat double T. I like them both. I think they both should be used.
You're going to have a concert at Jones Stadium. Which one is it, George Strait or Taylor Swift?
If I'm going,
it's all about revenue.
If I'm going, it's George Strait.
Yeah.
But, I mean, how Taylor Swift could go for 6 days. There were 1.3 million people watching live to a podcast.
Yeah.
There's already 10 million people that have watched a podcast with Taylor Swift. And she's just unreal right now.
Yeah.
All right. Continue on after this. 100.7 The Score. It's the end of the bench.
Playing time is not required. This is the End of the Bench podcast from 100.7 The Score.
Welcome back. Just scrolling through Twitter here, TCU football's Josh Hoover, also named to the Manning watch list. I would assume Rocco Becht.
Yeah.
I would assume Sam Levitt. So there's 4. There were 7 Big 12 quarterbacks. We'll have to see who else is on the list. Probably find it.
That's a good question. The next 3 that would be on that list.
Who would you guess?
Cincinnati's quarterback?
Sorsby?
Yeah.
You think?
Yeah. I don't
Maybe.
know. I don't know who is going to be the West Virginia quarterback. And that's just that. What's his name? Daniel or
Markiel? West Virginia?
Yeah.
Nico Markiel, yeah.
Oh, okay.
He's back.
Yeah.
Maybe Sorsby. I like Sorsby.
Yeah.
I would probably say like a Jalen Daniels from Kansas.
Yeah, definitely.
I think Devin Dampier,
And Avery.
Johnson, probably.
Yeah. Dampier.
Yeah. I'm way higher on Dampier than anybody in the building.
Just
I think.
remember where he got his yards.
What about Avery Johnson or Jalen Daniels? I think they're the same. They
Yeah,
really
but
throw it around
no,
much.
I'm talking about where he played.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant he had nearly
No.
as many rushing yards as
No.
throwing yards.
Where he played.
Yeah, sure, he was in New Mexico.
Yeah. They're a powerhouse, all right.
Well, who was second in the Heisman voting out of the Mountain West?
Yeah. But that's, yeah.
Where'd he get his yards?
I'm not sold on him as a Big 12 leading quarterback yet. Of course, after he puts up big numbers the first 4
Well,
games.
I don't know if he'll be a big. I think he's one of the top 7.
Yeah.
Let's not get into the minutia of him actually winning the award. But just as a watch list, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
I've
Sawyer Robertson?
oh yeah, he's certainly one of them.
Yeah.
Certainly.
Yeah.
So that's Robertson, Morton, Becht, Hoover, Levitt, Daniels, Avery.
Yeah.
That's got to be the 7th.
Yeah. I would think so.
Dampier's got to be 8th there.
Yeah.
Sorsby, I think, is a solid quarterback. I was really impressed early with Sorsby last year. In fact, I was really impressed with Sorsby across their first 4 or 5 games, and I thought he was really good in Lubbock. Not quite as good as he had been. But what Sorsby does great, and I think this is underrated in a lot of quarterbacks, he can find and throw to the open player. And a lot of quarterbacks just can't do that.
He used his tight ends as good as anybody.
Yes.
He used his tight ends as good as anybody. And he found them. I mean, and I'm sure they weren't his number one receiver all the time, but he was able to find, at least against us, I thought he found his tight ends pretty darn good.
I don't think Cincinnati will have a lot of team success in the Big 12. But I do think that Sorsby can take another step. But I don't know. I do not. I'm in the middle of writing a Big 12 coach hot seat article for the website. Let me see if you can help me out here. I was trying to get to 5.
Okay.
I think Brent Brennan is on the hot seat, Arizona.
Yeah.
I think Satterfield is Cincinnati. And I think just based on everything that's been going on in the state of the world of Mike Gundy, I think he's at least needs to be on the list of a hot seat. Is there another?
Gundy may be putting himself there. I mean, he may be,
Yes.
saying I'm through.
So the next two I have are Dave Aranda and Joey McGuire.
I think somebody that could put himself on the hot seat is Leopold at Kansas. If Jalen Daniels is healthy and they don't have a good year, I think he's either going to be on the hot seat or it got a little too hot.
I mean, if Dave Aranda, Joey McGuire, and Lance Leipold all go 7-5 this year,
yeah,
who's most upset? I think Tech fans would be.
Oh no, yeah. I mean,
I don't have Joey McGuire anywhere near a hot seat.
No, I don't either.
But just trying to get to 5, I don't know that there are 5 because obviously you have some new coaches.
Yeah.
Scott Frost, I think, will have a bad year, but I think he gets the first-year head coach pass. Rich Rod, if they completely blow up, I think it's we have 50 new players.
Yeah.
So I think he gets the first-year coach pass.
Yeah.
Dillingham just won a Big 12 title. if they go 3-9 like they did the year before in their final year of the Pac-12, what does that look like? I just don't see that happening. Dave Aranda was going to get fired if he lost in Lubbock last year and then won 6 in a row. So I don't know that there are any more than – like I feel weird putting – oh, well, if this guy does bad. Well, I just don't think they will.
Yeah.
So I think there's only 3 coaches right now that even have a shot at being fired at the end of the year.
Yeah. Well, Matt Campbell's not – I mean, he's lifetime contract.
Yeah, he just signed a new 10-year deal.
And Dion's not going anywhere. He may go someplace, but he's not on the hot seat.
No, I think Dion could go 0-12.
Yeah.
I don't think they will, but I think Dion could go 0-12, and the administration in Colorado would say, look at all this money we made.
Yeah, I just started saying it's as much off the field positive for Dion as it possibly could be. Yeah, I don't know. I think you may be onto something. I think that there's not true hot seat, and Gundy's questionable. I think if he goes 0-9 in the conference again, I think he may check it in himself. So is that the hot seat? I don't know.
Didn't Mike Gundy in an interview say he would go coach somewhere else if it went south?
I don't know.
To me, it would be, athletic director emeritus or whatever they made.
Yeah.
What did they make Mac Brown? And they tried to do it to Gary Patterson.
Yeah.
Mac Brown was in the front office at Texas for a couple years, and then Gary Patterson, they were like, hey, will you do this? And he was like, no. So they fired him. I could see Mike Gundy being the athletic director to football.
Yeah.
Or being asked to be.
Yeah.
But I think Mike Gundy will go coach somewhere else. I don't think he'll accept an athletic director assistant position.
Yeah, he's relatively young still. I mean, he's got some coaching years left in him for sure.
All right, I've got the list of award watch list players.
Okay.
Drew Aller at Penn State. Luke Altmaier at Illinois. I think those are 2 big ones. Rocco Becht. Talon Green, we saw him at the Big 12 Bowl for Texas Tech. Josh Hoover. Kevin Jennings out of SMU. Avery Johnson, Kansas State. Klubnik Haynes King, Clemson, Georgia Tech. Sam Levitt. Owen McCown at UTSA. Behren Morton at Texas Tech. Nussmeier. Pavia. Marcel Reed at A&M. That's an interesting one. Lenore Sellers at South Carolina. Sawyer Robertson at Baylor. And it's not Jalen Daniels. It's Sorsby, Cincinnati. Mm-hmm. That's good. I'm glad that they're recognizing him because I don't know that they have a lot over there at Cincinnati, but I do really like his game.
Yeah. I thought he played good against us. Not great, but I thought he played good. You know what's amazing about that list that you just read? And I'm sure somebody's compiled. How many of those kids are from Texas? I mean, it is truly amazing. One that jumps off the page is Cade Klubnik from Clemson. You know, I watched him in a state championship game when he was at Lake Travis or Westlake. I think Westlake. I think they were playing Lake Travis. But anyway, there's just so many. And I think the way Texas does 7-on-7 has helped produce that many quarterbacks.
A couple of sophomores on this list, which I think is interesting. Owen McCown at UTSA and Colton Joseph at Old Dominion, both sophomores. All right, we'll continue on. 30 minutes left on the end of the bench. 100.7 The Score.
Playing time is not required. This is the End of the Bench podcast from 100.7 The Score.
Welcome back. 100.7 The Score. It is the end of the bench. The first question for Ask The Benchwarmers is to Craig. Craig, who will win Conference USA?
I think it's really a 2-team match between Western Kentucky and Liberty.
Those are the two teams that have been chosen so far.
Yeah, and I think Western Kentucky is a team that comes close, but I think Liberty's got a chance to win it. So I'm going to take Liberty.
All right, I'll be on an island there as Lucas and Collier both picked Liberty. Craig with Liberty, I'll take Western Kentucky.
Okay.
All right, we'll go to the Sun Belt. We got David and Lucas also agreeing on this one, and I'm the lone man out.
4 teams to me that can win it.
Okay.
James Madison,
Yep.
South Alabama,
Yep.
Louisiana,
Uh-huh.
and Texas State. I think all 4 of them are capable of winning it, but I'm going to go with Texas State.
All right. I went Louisiana. They went James Madison.
Okay.
And I was morally opposed to South Alabama and Major Applewhite.
Yeah.
All right, we've been talking about revenue generation. Generating revenue. Well, here's a new way that Oklahoma is generating revenue. Would you pay, Craig Wells, Lucas White, would you pay to sit in the Oklahoma post-game press conference following the Michigan game? Would you pay to sit in the press conference? Yes or no?
No.
Lucas, would you pay to sit in the press conference?
For that specific one?
Let's just say it's Liberty and whoever else. Let's say Liberty and West Virginia play. You paying to sit in that press conference?
Gosh, yes.
All right, how much would you pay?
$20.
Okay.
$30.
How much if you did pay?
If that was the only way to see it, if it wasn't streamed on 50,000 different things,
Yeah.
on websites and so forth, I would pay $100.
So one ticket grants you access to this OU. It's not even both of them. It's just the OU coaches and players. One ticket grants access for 2 people. Just give me a guess.
They're trying to raise revenue. I'd say $1,000.
$600
$692.11
for 2 people.
for 2 people. You get exclusive post-game media access for you and one guest, where you'll see real-time reactions unfold. Hear OU coaches and players address reporters moments after the final whistle. Watch the story take shape through questions, the insights, and the atmosphere that set the headlines. Must be 18 or older. One ticket grants access for 2 people.
You've been in press conferences before,
Yeah.
and is it worth $692?
Well, I mean, no.
I mean, to a fan, even if you're just a fan and you're getting to do it and nobody else usually gets to do it.
I mean, they
Do you get anything that you?
No, they're streamed on ESPN.
I know.
Do you get to ask a question?
Yeah, now you're talking.
That might be a thing where can you ask questions? Can you really be a member of the media for an hour?
I think it really depends on what type of press conference you get to go to. I mean, for me, this personal story, when I was interning here a long time ago, I got to go to the Tech basketball press conference before they left for the Final Four.
Oh, good one.
I got to go to that one, but I think that one would have monetary value for a fan to go see.
Yeah.
So it really just kind of depends on the specific press conference that you're going to.
This texter 14 minutes ago said, just got in the car. Who are you talking about? That was Auburn, I believe we were talking about.
Yes.
Auburn has the strange coaching situation.
I tell you, and I don't know if they would ever do it, but where I could, even as just a fan, I would enjoy sitting in. Most teams get off Monday. Some take off Sunday, but most of them get off Monday. And that's when the coaches really formulate their game plan, and then they start instituting it on Tuesday. I'd love to sit in that conference room during the game planning session.
Oh, I would pay way more money.
I mean, I think
Maybe
that
not-
would be so cool.
Maybe not way more than 600, but I would be in the mix to be in those meetings.
Yeah, I think that would be, and just, the rules are you can't say anything. You can't take anything out of here and tell anybody, but you're going to get to sit in on this game.
You know what would also be awesome? Would be watching film after a game.
Oh,
with the
yeah. That would be good.
I don't know if they, in the NFL, I guess they don't do it like in high school where you get the whole team in there.
Yeah.
It's in
quarterback
the rooms
and running back rooms.
But even if you just get to watch, Mac Leftwich and Lindsey Scott and the quarterbacks go over the game and watch all the offensive plays, that'd be really fun.
I was talking to a coach one time and about something completely different, but in the background, the coaches were going over a play or something, and the way they cut a film up and what they watch for and how many times they watch that is just amazing. And the same thing in basketball. One of the things that amazes me now is they play a basketball game, they get back on the jet to come home, they open up that computer and they're watching highlights of the video of the game right there, and it's before they land, they've got a game plan of what they need to work on. If not mentally, they even write it down or something. But it's the video services that the coaches have now are just amazing.
Benchwarmers, you have the Click remote. This is from the movie Click. Are you familiar?
No.
It's a movie where you can fast forward through moments of your life. In the movie,
Adam Sandler?
Yeah, Adam Sandler.
Yeah.
If you start fast forward through like a fight, it'll fast forward through all the fights.
Okay.
During the whole Tech Athletic year, you have the ability to fast forward once per sport to the end of the season to see where you finished or skip halfway. If there's a mishap, go back and fix it. Which would you choose?
Football, for me, be the West Virginia game. Simply because that's the last game, and I think you're going to need to make sure you win that one. So I would click forward to it and make sure we won it.
I don't know. I don't think I want to. I kind of want to go for the ride. I don't want to. Yeah. I don't want to skip the football
I don't
season.
either. I don't either. Yeah. That's the same thing with basketball. I'd love to make sure we won the Houston game, but I want to see them.
Yeah.
I don't want to know what happens.
Also, don't think with the Click remote you can't go back. You can only go forward.
Yeah.
So if you go forward, and you don't get to go back and fix it. And what could we do?
Yeah, exactly.
Talk about it more.
Yell
hey, if you don't do this,
you better do this.
Yeah, then we would pay for the press the press pass. I don't know. Maybe it sounds bad, but like the Lady Raiders.
Yeah.
Just because I think they can be better.
Oh yeah.
But I'd rather just go to the end and see if they were.
Yeah.
See if they're in the tournament.
I have high hopes for them. I think they've got better players than they've had in a long time.
Do we know if Mac is a booth OC or a sideline OC?
I think, didn't somebody ask him that on Media Day? And I don't remember the answer, but I thought somebody might have even asked him that. But
he was on the sidelines at Texas State.
Yeah.
So I would assume he'll be a sideline OC.
Most of them are nowadays. The DCs, not so much. But most of the OCs most of them are sideline. Not all of them. I know Colin Klein at A&M, I think he's in the booth.
I don't see any photos of Shea Wood on the Houston sideline, so I would assume he was a booth DC.
Yeah.
Some of those guys want to be down there talking to everybody.
Absolutely.
That's a good question, though. I'll try to figure that out. All right, that's it for us. The bottom line up next as we roll on for another 3 hours here on 100.7 The Score.
Have a good weekend.
We'll be back tomorrow, Craig.
Yeah.
You get your weekend started early nowadays.
Exactly.
Huh? All right, we'll see Craig on Tuesday. We'll see y'all tomorrow.
This has been the End of the Bench podcast from 100.7 The Score. Go to 107thescore.com for more from the Double T Sports Network.